Hello and welcome to Stratford.
Welcome
again.
to Woodford, yes, and it's getting warmer. You can see I've got my short sleeve t-shirt on. It's currently April, it's spring, it's nice weather.
Yeah.
And we're going on a hot train.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, so you may be wondering, why are we starting at Stratford again? Don't we start at Stratford in pretty much every other video at this point? Well, today we're here for a very different reason.
Yes.
We are going to be going on what we believe is the best part of the London Underground.
Yes, it is.
But, really ironically, it is on London's most hated tube line.
It is, one of those hated lines. We're at Stratford, and you probably can guess which one it is.
Yes, given there's only two lines here, and one of those lines is loved, and one of those lines is hated.
Yes.
We're going on the Central Line.
Woohoo, fun.
But, we're not going into London, we're going to be going to the east. We're going to be heading out towards Epping, towards the old Great Eastern Railway stations.
Yes, and some of the stations there are absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, and we'll get to that in a bit, because the stations on the eastern end of the Central Line are drop-dead gorgeous. And we are going to be exploring that line. We're going to be exploring the local areas as well, like show out a bit of the local areas. And yeah, I think without any further ado, let's head towards the Central Line.
It's going to be a fun time. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Right, and we're here at Leyton.
Yeah, we're here at the first stop after Stratford, which is Leyton.
And you might be wondering, why did we only go one stop? Well, I do want to show you guys some really nice buildings down this high street on Leyton, like the Leyton Library. Now, this is a beautiful Great Eastern Railway station.
It is, and the canopy, which we'll cut to when we get over to the canopy, is absolutely gorgeous. But you can see behind me, there's some blue hoardings. That's because the station is going to get a massive upgrade. It's going to get a brand new entrance, brand new station building, step-free access. It's going to have a big capacity boost, which it needs.
Yes.
Because the station does get very busy, and the poor station building can't handle it.
Now, I'm skeptical on TfL's promises that they are going to keep the station open. Because with a project of this size, completely redesigning the whole station building, they're not going to be able to keep it open. I use the station a lot, and I just know, like, they will just not be able to keep it open. Even if all of this stuff is down this end, where the station building is down that end, they still just won't be able to keep the station open.
No, they won't. No.
In terms of the rest of the station, though, it is this really nice station. It sort of has this feel of a suburban commuter station.
Yeah, I like the vibe that you get from the station. It's really cool.
It almost feels like suburban commuter branch line.
It does. Yeah, which was a branch line of the Great Eastern Main Line, wasn't it?
Yes, it's the branch line of the Great Eastern Railway. And speaking of the Great Eastern Railway, let's head over to the canopy.
Yes.
Where you'll get to see some of the absolutely beautiful architecture of this line.
It's beautiful.
Right, and we're here sort of like 5 meters down the platform now.
Yes. And you can see the canopy here, the kind of architraves on the canopy are absolutely gorgeous.
It's a beautiful canopy.
And TfL have actually kind of done a good job at keeping the ornateness to it. And keeping it in good condition. You can see it's been painted recently. It's got a nice orange and green style. The same with the other side over there. There's one on the other side.
It almost feels weird seeing tube trains come through the station.
Coming through here,
Like, you would really think with a station that looks like this, you'd be getting something not a tube train.
Yeah,
like,
well, this station was designed.
A 321 coming through or
something. The station was designed for steam trains.
Yes, and
steam came through
you can tell when you look at the track bed of the station, you can tell where they have actually raised the track bed to allow for the tube, because the Central Line trains, the 92 stocks, are built at such a low elevation.
They are.
That they cannot operate, say, how an S stock would,
No.
where they are like basically at national rail height,
Yeah,
so
like
they wouldn't
if
have
you
to do
go
any
to the
changes.
Bakerloo line. Anyway, but the station, yeah, as you mentioned, was the canopy. It's so beautiful, and I like this like kind of like architecture, wooden things at the side.
Yeah.
They look really nice as well. The roof could do with a bit of a paint, and there's kind of like crumbling up over there. But
could do with some TLC, but
I think
they
when the
kept it
station
in
gets
really nice condition.
when the station gets refurbished and gets this new step-free access and everything, I think they're going to do like a big restoration of the canopy, which would be great to see when they do that.
And one of my favourite parts of the station, sort of just down there, I think you can sort of see it, where the canopy extends a tiny bit back to allow for this sort of like waiting shelter.
Where is it?
And it's really pretty, and it's got these lovely sort of, it's sort of like the pillars have extended backwards, and it adds a sense of grandeur to the station.
Yeah.
It really feels like it shouldn't be on the tube network, and that's going to be a common theme with a lot of stations
we go to today
in this video. It's they
shouldn't be tube stations. These
shouldn't be tube stations.
These feel like they were evicted from the Great Eastern Railway yesterday.
Yeah. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do my favourite thing that I love to bang on about. We're going to leave the station, and I'm going to show you some of the absolutely beautiful buildings along this high street, which we have dubbed one of them Mini St Pancras.
We have. So let's go to Mini St Pancras.
Let's go to Mini St Pancras. Right, and we're here on the Leyton High Street, and as you can see, there are some stunning buildings. So first off, we've got the pale building in the back with the green copper sort of spire at the top. That is the Leyton Library, and it's a stunning building. I'm sorry we can't really see much, but you'll see it in B-roll.
Yeah, beautiful.
Then we've got this here, which is the Leyton Engineer, which is what we've dubbed Mini St Pancras, and you can see why.
Yeah, if you look at it, you can see kind of like the architecture and the kind of like the white and red bricks.
Yeah.
Are kind of like the same kind of like materials that we use in St Pancras.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And I love the art and neatness to it as well, like with the pillars over there, the windows. Yeah, it's a rather beautiful building.
Yeah, it's a stunning build. And then over here, we've got what is another eatery. And I don't know the exact specifics of this build like the others, but it is another absolutely just stunning building. Just beautiful, ornate brickwork. And this is where I got into my next point. And that's, you'll notice, if you look over the road, a lot of the houses are sort of like done up or redone or completely just new built, but made to look Victorian-esque. Whereas these ones are renovated. And there is a reason why.
Yes,
and that is because I mentioned this in the 158 video, but I'm going to mention it again here. This side of the road is Waltham Forest. So the council that does everything on this side of the road is the Borough of Waltham Forest, the London Borough of Waltham Forest, in which the titular town is Walthamstow, about a 15-minute walk that way. This side of the road, however, is Leyton, the London Borough of Leyton. Anyway, we're gonna go and have a drink in the pub.
Yeah, we are.
It's a pub.
It's a pub now, and
I remember when it was derelict. So we'll either see you having a pint, or we'll see you back at Leyton Station.
Yes.
Right. See you then.
See you then.
Right, and we're here in the pub. So much for not staying long in Leyton.
Us. Oh yeah, we're only gonna be a short time in Leyton. We're back at the station soon. Also, us ordered food and a pint of.
Yeah.
I've got some very, very nice. Actually, I found the name on my phone. It's very, very nice beer. I took a picture of the name there. Give me 1 minute. Leyton Pilsner. This beer, and it is one of the nicest beers I've ever had. It's beautiful. If you're ever in this pub here, which we recommend you do, and we'll get onto that later, if you like QBOs, get yourself a pint of this Leyton Pilsner. It is gorgeous.
And the chips are absolute beasts.
You know, these have been the nicest chips I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. Like you're saying, this is the nicest fish and chips you've ever had.
It is.
Yeah, and this is the nicest steak I've had in a restaurant.
Away.
It's really nice.
Mm.
Really, really, really nice. Yeah. That's really all we can say. It's really nice. The food is spectacular. I'm gonna
we'll
go
mention
on
the actual architecture of the building.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. So, yeah, we've got this sort of gorgeous, almost like Edwardian, Victorian, neo-Gothic architecture, sort of a mix between them all. And it is stunning. You've got these lovely sort of romantic chandeliers coming from the ceiling. You've got these beautiful, almost Jacobean windows along the side. It's a mix of so many different architectural styles because you've got the Jacobean windows, but then the interior is a very Edwardian interior.
It is.
But then you go into other aspects of it and it's very Victorian. And then the little side panelings we've got here, you can't see it, but the side panelings, it's very neo-Gothic.
Yeah.
Very. And then there's some stuff over there, very romantic. There's a lot of different architectural styles. You've also got this lovely blown up map of the world behind us.
Yeah, you see it behind us there. It's like a nice large map of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful architecture. And speaking of maps, this is a very interesting little salon we're sat in right now.
So we are currently sat in a nice little booth, and I will pan the name over here so you can see. I don't know how you can see. We are currently in the Harry Beck booth, it's called.
Ooh.
And you can see underneath is an original 1930s Harry Beck map with a photo of the man himself over there, and also a plaque where his house was somewhere. And you've also got behind us as well, in black and white, and also another map, which is not a Harry Beck map. It's the predates the Harry Beck map. It's actually the Frank Stinchmore map, which came before the Harry Beck map, from like the 1920s.
Yeah.
And you've also got a map, just a general map of London, and then next to it over there you have a modern day tube map with like Thames Link and trams and Crossrail and everything on.
So there's a lot of
a tube map, or a tube nerd's place to say it, which is why we're sat here.
There's a lot of really cool, just very cool tube nerds. If you've ever watched Map Men, Jay Foreman, you'll love it here. Yeah. Not only because of big fuck off map of the world here, but you've got some really cool, just general. If you're a Jago Hazard watcher, you will gravitate here in droves.
Yes.
But we do highly recommend coming here.
And it's not far. Like Leyton
It's
Station's
not.
literally about a 5-minute walk up the road.
Not even 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
4 minutes up the road, literally.
Yeah.
So please, if you're in the area, if you're in London, take a Central Line train, come to Leyton Station, tap out, walk down Leyton High Street and come here.
Yeah.
Big, St Pancras looking building, you won't miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
it's
come down
gorgeous.
Here and come and have yourself a pint, food, whatever. Because it's a beautiful little place. Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not a chain or anything. It's all local.
Pub,
It's a local independent pub. So it'd be great to show them some support. They've got an absolutely stunning building here.
And it's quite new. The talk to the guy in the bar, it's only been open 7 months.
Yeah.
I'm recording this in April 2025.
Yes.
So
it is a very nice and new establishment, it is seriously a beautiful place.
It is.
It
anyway,
is
we're gonna
stunning.
go finish our food because mine's getting cold.
Yeah.
So
enough yapping. We're gonna finish. Yeah, food.
We're gonna see you at Leyton Station.
We'll see you at Leyton Station. Oh, come on, let's get on with the food. Yeah. Right, and we're here at Roding Valley. Now, we
Yes.
decided spontaneously to get off and go to Roding Valley. Now, this is the Tube's least used station.
It is. It's the least used on the entire underground. It only gets roughly every 20-minute service, which is quite infrequent. One of the most infrequent on the network.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even get a train down to central London.
No.
You have to either go to Hainault or to Woodford.
No.
It's a shuttle.
Yeah.
So only a select few a day that run all the way through.
Yeah.
Which is pretty... And it's also in Essex. We're not in Greater London anymore. We're in
Essex.
We're in Essex, yeah. And it's one of like only a few tube stations. Let me know in the comments which other ones do, but it's one of only a couple of stations, I believe, that don't have ticket barriers. It only has validators at the entrance.
So if you look at the station, it looks like a station taken right out of Network Southeast book.
Yeah, it does.
But in that same vein, it doesn't look as rundown or dilapidated as any Network Southeast station I've been to.
No.
It looks in very actually good nick, and
it is.
It looks like a very almost cute rural branch line Network Southeast station.
It is.
On the central line.
It's really cute. I like the footage as well. The footage is very cute.
Yeah.
And the buildings and the canopies and everything, very, very 30s Art Deco. If you look at the windows, the design of them, they are very Art Deco architectural, but the bridge is very much Great Eastern Railway, definitely.
So I've been outside the station before. It's this very generic residential area, but it is still a nice enough area to be in. And
our train is here, and we're going to get this one stop to Woodford, and we'll see you at
unfortunately,
Loughton.
we didn't have enough time to leave the station here, but we're going to hop back on this train. We're going to get this to Woodford, maybe talk a bit about Woodford Station, because it is a beautiful station.
Yep.
And then we're going to go to Loughton, which
so we'll see you there.
You'll see a change in architectural style. So, we will leave you with the very minimal B-roll between here and Woodford.
Yep, which is one stop.
Yeah. Right, and we're here at Woodford Station, which is a really nice little station.
It is. It's
well,
cute.
not little, but
it's got 3 platforms, but still, it's a cute station.
It's a cute station.
Behind me is TMM 771 Transplan, which looks like some sort of engineering train in the signs at Woodford.
Yeah, that's cool. But you pan over here, you see this very quaint, very cute station building.
It is.
And it's kind of hidden by the train and the platform right there. But this is a very, very, very beautiful and very beautifully preserved Great Eastern Railway station. And we're going to go a bit further up that way so you can really get a good view of the station, because it is a really lovely station.
Canopy is beautiful, which we'll get more on. Nice footbridge. So,
yeah,
I like the station very much. So, we'll head on further down and we will show you the rest of the station.
Yeah.
It really is gorgeous.
It is a beautiful station. Right, okay, so we're walking a bit down this way.
Yeah.
And you can see on the other side, we've got this beautiful Great Eastern Railway canopy.
It is.
Lovingly preserved.
It is.
Along with the pillars.
I love the colours, like the kind of green that they've got on them as well, like the lime and dark green.
Beautiful footbridge behind us as well as this train pulls in.
Yeah, it is. It's rather beautiful. Yeah.
And you've got these lovely green pillars. It's a really beautiful station. Now, we're not here for long because we're catching the next train onwards to Epping. Because we're going to go to Loughton, spend a bit of time in Loughton.
Well, what I've seen, look at the building. If you look behind me, you can see the buildings behind me here.
Yeah.
You've got really, really nice looking apartment buildings.
Yeah, sort of very extravagant Victorian, maybe Edwardian.
Definitely, yeah, I'd say so. But yeah, there's like really nice looking like kind of bridge. To take my truck on the block, I'd go down there, but we've seen like a little walkway down there.
Yeah,
that looks really cool.
Yeah, that's how you get onto the street on that side.
That's really cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I approve of Woodford Station.
If you look at the station. It is just a lovely station.
It is. It's really, really
It's
beautiful.
a beautiful example of just lovingly preserving.
It is.
A beautiful Great Eastern Railway station.
Yeah, well done, TfL. You really are looking after these stations.
Yeah, because I love these stations. It's a shame to see some of the ones on Crossrail fall into a state of disrepair, but these ones are absolutely stunning.
They are.
And these are the reason that we think this end of the Central Line is the best part of the tube, despite the Central Line being generally London's most hated line.
Yes.
So the train to Epping is in 2 minutes, so we're going to cross over the bridge onto the other side.
And head to Epping.
And we're going to head to Loughton
first.
Because there's an architectural shift up at Loughton. Right, and we're here at Loughton.
Welcome to Loughton. Yeah, during the very nice sunset, you can see behind us, very nice orange sunset.
Yeah.
The station is very, very cool.
Yes, so as you can probably tell, quite a drastic change from what we have been experiencing.
Yeah, so before we were very much in Great Eastern Railway territory.
Yes.
This has gone very much to 1930s, 1940s Art Deco.
Yes.
And I believe this station was actually rebuilt when this line was taken over by the Underground in the 19...
It was rebuilt.
It was rebuilt in the 30s or 40s, I can't remember the exact decade when it was taken over, but it was around then.
You can still see some remnants of the Great Eastern Railway. Down there is a signal box that is still Great Eastern Railway, but mostly it is completely new built, and it's got this really nice, very sort of flowing Art Deco canopy.
It is, it's really cute, and you can tell it's a 30 station, because if you look at the canopies and the signs behind me, you can see it's concrete lamppost with a big roundel on. A lot of 30s stations, especially on this side of the Central Line, have them, which is very, very cool.
Yeah. So, the other thing that's quite interesting about Loughton is it's quite a big bus terminal, and you've got buses going into London, into the outskirts of London. You've also got buses going outside of London.
Yes, so this is
the Vector and the Central Connect
top tier buses. Yeah, so you've got non-London buses also coming in, which is pretty cool, because we are pretty much, I think we're still in Greater London here.
Yes.
We're very much on the outskirts.
Yes.
This is Zone 5, this station.
This is Zone 5. The stop just before we cross the M25 is Leyton, which unfortunately for this video we will have to skip.
Yep.
But we might do a follow-up video where we come and visit the stations we skipped.
Also, comment in the comments below, what do you call it? Do you call it Leyton or Leyton Bois? I've heard both used. Which one do you call it?
I say Bois because that's what the announcement says.
Yep. But because it's BOIS, I think it's like a French term for something, like it's a historical thing. And, and it's called like Leyton Bois or something.
Anyway. So, we're going to get on a train to Epping.
Yes, and we're going to go all the way to Epping.
Yeah, we're going to go all the way to Epping. Now, Epping will be returning to the Great Eastern Railway bits of infrastructure.
Yes.
But it's a really interesting station because it's got a connection to a railway that is neither London Underground nor Network Rail.
No, it's not.
And it's got a connection to a railway that still is physically there, and you could still run trains there.
You can. They never turn the tracks up.
Trains never go across it.
No.
Plus, there is also a very beautiful church in Epping that I want to show you guys. So, without any further ado, let's go!
Let's go Epping!
Right, and we're here at Epping,
Yes.
and it is a really nice little station.
It is. It's cute. It doesn't feel like it could be on the underground.
No,
it reminds
really
me a lot
doesn't.
of like Chesham, Amersham, around
Yeah.
the end of the Met Line, which just feels like middle of absolute birth of nowhere.
It is, again, this lovely old Great Eastern Railway station. We've got this lovely footbridge, which is rather unfortunately obscured by this concrete monstrosity.
Yeah,
but there's a lovely bridge there.
I was going to say, this is the end of the line.
Yes, but it's
technically,
not.
It's not.
Because if we go over here, now you will see the fourth rail ends there. But the railway continues.
It does.
And it continues for a considerable amount of distance.
All
and
the way
that
to Ongar.
is the Epping to Ongar Heritage Railway.
It is.
Which I am a volunteer at. And I can firmly say, no bias whatsoever, it's a very cool railway.
I can say, no bias at all, because I'm not volunteered there. It is a very cool railway.
Yeah, it's very fun. We've got a great range of locomotives. Please come pay us a visit if you are in the area.
And if you're actually open.
Shush. Anyway, so
yeah. Again, nice station. There's a nice station bowling as well.
Yeah.
It's 2 platforms, which is pretty cool. This one tends to get used more than that one, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is kind of where the station bowling everything is. So yeah, and what you think about the station? It's pretty cool. I say we're going to have a look around Epping.
Yeah, let's go and have a look around Epping Station. Not Epping Station, Epping Town.
Epping Town.
Now
also,
there's one.
Hang on, before.
Yeah, right as you said that, a train pulled in.
Doesn't use that platform.
Well done, you bloody jet. Anyway, so
we're going to leave the station now, and we're going to actually have a look around Epping Town.
Yes, Epping Town is a beautiful town,
yeah.
But I don't think you've ever been around it on foot.
If not, no.
You've only done it by bus.
Yes.
And by foot, it really gives you a whole new perspective. It is an absolutely stunning place.
Yeah.
So, as you see, this is the line that continues on to Ongar. Because if you go there, there's Epping Station, and it goes round this way, and it continues on to Ongar. That light right there is where the Epping Ongar Railway has to stop. So close to Epping Station, but due to TfL being TfL, we're not allowed to run into Epping Station. So, our alternative right now is to build a station near to Epping Station. But we really want to try and run into Epping Station someday. Because the track is still there. It's all still there. As you see, it's been recently reballasted due to an issue down at the M11 crossing. So, yeah, the line right there, that red dot, is as far as we're allowed to go. Crazy, innit? Right, and we are here outside the St. Peter's Church in Epping.
Yes, we are, and what a magnificent building this is. It's beautiful.
Beautiful Victorian church.
I love the little clock as well on the side. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm pointing. Yeah, I love the little clock on the side as well. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is a truly magnificent church. It's a lot bigger than you expect it to be when you first see it.
It is. It's pretty. From here, it's like, oh, you've got a town, you've got a bit beyond there. But no, if you see from our perspective here, it goes all the way in the back as well.
Yeah.
Some back up there, some up there. Yeah.
It's a big church.
It's a pretty big church, actually.
Yeah, and it's an absolute beauty.
It is.
The actual town of Epping is an absolute beauty.
It is.
But that's where we're going to leave you today.
It is. Yes.
At the end of the line, this is what we believe to be the best part of the London Underground network.
Yes.
Although it is on London's most hated line.
And we haven't even scratched the surface, by the way.
Yeah, this is very, very, very
we 100% recommend you to come up here yourself if you're in London.
Yeah.
And go and check out the other stations. We've missed Buckhurst Hill, we missed the Hainault Loop.
Yeah.
Hate Barking sign on the Hainault Loop. Brilliant.
Yeah, just because we were limited by time.
Yeah, limited by time. As you can see, it's dark now.
Yeah.
And we have to get back to your house.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely come and explore the line and explore the places. If you're at Epping Station, leave the station, come and have a look around. Epping's a beautiful place.
It is.
If you're at Leyton, leave the station, go and have a eat in the pub. If you're at Loughton, leave the station, have a look at what's around there, tell us what's there because we don't know.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
that's going to do it for this video. I've
It is.
been Willow.
And I have been Ewan.
And we will see you next week.
Okay,
thanks.
bye.
A recent video capturing a tense confrontation involving UK Labour Party leader Keir Starmer has sparked widespread discussion online. The incident occurred aboard a flight. The incident occurred aboard a flight